up. Nick Wilson finds a hole. He's gone down to the 30, to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Arizona. Big time play.
Wildcat Football Weekly, presented by Vantage West Credit Union. On the go, online, or in person, Vantage West offers more banking choices, lower fees, and more personalized service. Visit vantagewest.org to learn why Arizona Wildcat fans deserve more.
Welcome to another edition of Wildcat Weekly. It's the home opener Saturday night. Grambling State Tigers coming to town. Kick off just after 7:45. I know it's always festive for that first game, Coach. I know you guys are excited, and it's a bit of an unusual schedule because you've played a game before the home opener. Does that change anything for your team?
Well, hopefully we get better from week 1 to week 2. That's always been a big emphasis, I think, throughout the country. In college football, with no exhibition or preseason games, you got to make a lot of improvement from week 1 to week 2, and that's the goal. We certainly got a lot of areas we got to get better at. I was pleased with the effort, but not with the execution, and our guys are pretty conscientious, so they'll be ready to play Saturday night.
How much during this week now do you spend film-wise with them versus on-field?
Well, Sunday's a big film day for us. We have about an hour of practice and about an hour and a half of film, and a lot of guys coming on home on Monday, but really Sunday's a lot of film watching, and then Tuesday and Wednesday's a little bit. We concentrate after Sunday, we concentrate on our opponent for the rest of the week.
You played some new faces, obviously, against BYU. Were you happy overall with the effort that those guys gave?
Yeah, the effort was great. I think there was some nervousness early, which was a great atmosphere. So I think our guys, enjoyed it. They got some experience right there, and they'll be better going forward.
Okay, when you went back and looked at the film, what else kind of stood out for you?
Well, our guys, we had some plays there. Plays that we would normally make, and I don't know if it was the first game or what it was that we didn't make those at times, but we didn't quit. We battled to the end. It was unfortunate we gave them a chance to win there at the end. But offensively, we just sputtered around a little bit, and we missed some opportunities. What we call touchdown plays that were there in the first half, especially, we didn't execute on those. And our guys are like I said, they're conscientious. They know we missed them. We got to give them the next time.
It was a wild weekend in college football from coast to coast. Now you've got a team out of the SWAC, a very good team out of the SWAC coming to town. What do you tell your guys about Grambling State?
Well, they're 9-2. They're a very good 1AA. I still call it 1AA team, and they're going to come here with a chip on their shoulder, play extremely hard. They're very athletic on offense. Their quarterback is very athletic. They got a very good running back. They got some athletic receivers. So you've got to play, and first off, we got to get ourselves better, and then certainly throughout the week we'll get ready for their schemes.
How has college football changed in the last, I don't know how many years, when we see teams come in and win that a lot of people say shouldn't win, and how does that help your players maybe say, hey, wait a minute, this is a team we can't take for granted?
Saw some 1AAs win last weekend, and it happens. There's players everywhere. I think the biggest difference now between 10, 15, and 20 years ago, that players are scattering out throughout the country and finding a home maybe at a smaller school than they wouldn't have in the past because there's limited scholarships. We only have 85. There's 63 at the 1AA level, so there's not that as much of a gap as people think.
All right, Cats and the Tigers Saturday night at the stadium. More Wildcat Weekly right after this.
To us, you're not a bank account. You're not a credit card. To us, you're our friends and neighbors, a part of our history, a key to our future, and you deserve more. More opportunity, more flexibility, and more personal service. We are Vantage West, and you deserve more. Stop in today or visit us online to experience more.
It's important to have someone you trust when it comes to your banking needs. Achieving your financial goals is Vantage West's top priority. Visit vantagewest.org to learn more.
We continue with Wildcat Weekly. Our guest this week, Jacob Alsadek, Wildcat offensive lineman. And Jacob, let's start with the offensive line. You had a couple new faces in there, but yet you also have an experienced group back. How did you look at game one in terms of your area?
I think that we have a lot of things that we have to work on, obviously, from the game, just from little things that we saw. But, it's nothing drastic, and it's things that we can easily fix. We're just making little mistakes, but, the little mistakes always just add up to a lot. So I think that this week we just need to really buckle down and work, and I think next week will be a different outcome.
Some fans don't realize the timing and cohesiveness that the 5 men up front need to play with. How long does it take for that really to I guess, take hold?
You know, it can be any time, but, you know, I think that this group we have right now is really close, and we're all like best friends. We've all been here together for 4 years now. A lot of us, so late 3, you know, but we've been all together for a while, except for Nate too. But we, you know, we're all in the same room. We do everything together. You know, the O-line's always the tightest group, so I think it's a little bit easier for us to bond than other groups.
Okay, when you went back and looked at the film of the BYU game, anything stand out for you in particular?
Once again, just little things that we have to work on. You know, I think that it was just these, literally just taking a bad angle was messing us up. So I think that it's just really little things that we can fix. So, you know, I'm really happy with things that we got to work on, and, you know, yeah.
Second half, the ground game really got going. You opened up some huge holes for Nick Wilson, and he had a big half. Did you feel there was a big difference between the first half and the second half? Is that conscious?
Yeah, you know, because we run the no huddle and we try to go really fast, and Coach Rob was telling us to go fast, and we were just going fast. So I think that we definitely warmed down a little bit, and, you know, we really saw what they were doing, and we could pick it up, and we were confident in what was going to happen, what we were doing, and I think after that we kind of figured everything out, and things started clicking, and ever since then, you know, we started doing really well, and that was good.
What was your view of Nick's 49-yard touchdown run?
I don't know. I was blocking somebody here, and I looked around, and I didn't see him. And then I literally saw him running, and I was just like, "Oh, touchdown!" And it was great, but it was cool, you know. So, you know, that's the thing about this group, this whole team. You know, we're really close, and like we never gave up. Yeah. And that, you know, we scored. How many points did in the fourth quarter? Like 13, right? 13, yeah. You know, that's crazy. We were down 0 to whatever at halftime, you know, it's crazy. Is
that the best feeling when it's a running play and you turn around and you don't see the running back because he's gone?
Yeah, especially when you block your guy good too. You're like, that was me. You know what I mean? So that's cool, but, you know, it's a good feeling, especially because, you know, you take pride up front for scoring rushing touchdowns, you know, the quarterback not getting hit, stuff like that. But, you know, definitely rushing touchdowns really come from you. The O-line, it's cool.
I'm not going to ask you details about Grambling State. You got days, of course, to get ready, but you've seen what's happened in college football where anybody can beat anybody these days. Does that change now at all the team's perception, saying, you know, we can't take these guys for granted?
I think, you know, every week it's not about like the opponent as much as it's about yourself and yourself getting better. So I think that if this week we get better, then we're going to be a better team, and we have better chances to win this week, next week, 3 weeks down the road, so on and so forth. So I think if we focus on ourselves and get ourselves better, we can beat anybody in the country.
All right. That's Jacob Alsadek. You'll see him in action Saturday night. Wildcats and the Grambling Tigers at Arizona State.
Thanks for watching Wildcat Football Weekly, presented by Vantage West Credit Union. Visit vantagewest.org to learn how you can get more personalized service, federally insured by NCUA.